Hey everybody, it's Chris, your marketing guy here, and I'm in University Heights, San Diego. Been driving around all day, visiting all the different neighborhoods. It's part of a social experiment to see if I can get these hyper-targeted videos to rank and show up to business owners in these areas. Because I am a local marketing guy, and I am reaching out to local businesses, small businesses in the area who need a marketing guy. Let me be your dude. I've got my list here of top 20 businesses in University Heights area, and you know, the last couple of videos I dealt with a lot of noise. I was in Claremont earlier, and like 3 dudes with leaf blowers just came up and started absolutely destroying me in the parking lot. I was just in University Park. I'm sorry, I was just in North Park, and I was in a parking structure above the noise. I came to this neighborhood. This is a lot quieter, but just as charming. I've just been down this street a couple times, and there's all around me a bunch of great local businesses. And these are exactly the kind of places that a local marketing guy like me can help. But what do I focus on? I focus on local marketing SEO, and I focus on automations. And I know for a fact that business owners out here in the San Diego area are very interested in learning about automations and how they can help their businesses. And just to put it like pretty concisely, you know, all automations are ways for us to connect your existing software apps so they can talk to each other, and it frees up business owners to do more important things. You know, the less manual tasks you're responsible for, the more you can focus on sales, the more you can focus on building a rapport with your customers, the more you can focus on delivering better service. So, and of course, being a local business, you need to be discoverable and found, right? When people do local searches for businesses of your type, for services of your type, for restaurants of your type, perhaps we'll go through the list and I'll give you some examples. But nonetheless, my goal here is not just to reach local business owners like you in the University Heights area, but to see if hyper-targeting these videos with a local SEO strategy can in fact rank me higher for searches performed in this area. So we're going to find out. But in the meantime, we're going to go through this list. This is a list I've had ChatGPT put together of like the top 20, most likely kinds of businesses in the University Heights area that are going to, benefit most from having a local SEO guy like me come in and help them. And I know another thing people are very concerned about right now is showing up in AI search results, right? So what's old is new again, meaning all of the techniques we've that are tried and true, that we've tested and developed and implemented for years now when it comes to ranking websites higher in search results, are the exact same kind of things that are going to help local businesses rank or be used by ChatGPT and its results, right? So if somebody in University Heights is typing into ChatGPT, hey, what's the best, Asian restaurant in the area, or what's the best bookstore in the area, or what's the best florist in the area, right? They're not doing that on Google anymore, right? They're not just doing that on Google, whereas the reviews and things are essential, right? They're necessary, but they're not sufficient. And we'll get into some of that. But ranking in AI search results is also a huge goal for a lot of local business owners as they see things kind of pivot, right? So I'm going to go through the list. The caveat I always throw out is it's ChatGPT's list. If there's anything it's incorrect about or mistaken about, or you want to add to it, please just drop it in the comments. And again, if you are interested in hiring me as your marketing guy, just click the link in the description, okay? So number 1, coffee shops and cafes. Number 2, casual restaurants and bistros. Number 3, bars, breweries, and wine bars. Very similar to the North Park vibe. Charming neighborhood. I think it catches also some university vibes, being close enough to the schools here. It's called University Heights, right? So what's going to help you out here a lot is customer relationship management, in addition to getting reviews. And one thing we can do is automate your review process, right? So what you build is that relationship with your customers. You get their email, you get their text message or their phone numbers. So you can send out text messages, you can send out emails, you can automate the request for review after a customer has visited your restaurant or your bar because it's tied into your POS system. Again, established businesses that have been thriving for some time now, they probably have a lot of these tools already built into their POS system, right? I'm trying to reach the one or two restaurant owner, bar owner, new business in the area that knows they need to do something. You have to compete with everyone else in the area, and you need a custom solution that's going to get you the same results, but not have to spend enterprise level software money on. I'm big on finding ways to avoid monthly recurring costs. I don't even charge a monthly recurring cost. I charge for microservices, one-off services, so you can kind of like pick and choose. We can build and grow together, and you're not like committed or tied to a monthly payment where if you come up short one month and you have to chop the block somewhere, you're not sweating a $500 or $1,000 or $2,000 monthly recurring payment for your marketing guy, and all of a sudden now your marketing's gone. I'm really big on building systems that last even if I'm not there, right? I want to build something that's going to work, for 6 months, 12 months with little to no changes or updates or monitoring, so you can grow and thrive, and I've built that trust with you, and you can come back to me when you're ready to take the next step. So that was 1 through 3. Number 4 here, pet groomers, vet boutiques, vet clinics, pets. Pet care is a big thing, especially in California. If you have a mobile pet grooming business, right, people don't come to you. You don't have a location where you can just show up on maps. And another thing I like to point out to small business owners here is that how do you show up not just on Google and Yelp, where everybody knows you need to be on Google and Yelp, right? You want to show up in automobile-based business directory listings when someone's in their BMW or their Mercedes or their Kia or whatever, right? And they're using like the built-in navigation system. You want your business to show up there as well. And that's something I can definitely help you out with. Again, with the noise, it's unavoidable. It's a lot quieter here than the last few places I've been, I'll tell you that. It's a cool little area. It's a nice, quiet little street here, even though there's a lot of car traffic, or so it seems, because I'm like right on the street recording this. Okay, let's move on with the list. Number 5, yoga, Pilates. I hope I'm pronouncing this right. Bear, movement studios, right? So these are, again, you're a local service business. You've got to build that relationship with your customers. You're probably giving out like the first session free, right? So you're collecting that customer information. You're getting them into your database. And you probably want to automate that follow-up, right? Like, hey, thank you for trying our class out. Here's a link to either leave us a review, or here's a link to go ahead and purchase your membership package. And again, the more you can automate, the less it relies on you as the owner to manually do these tasks, and it frees you up to focus on your next class, your next client. Maybe you're focused on making your social content, right? That's the benefit of automation, plain and simple. It's been around for a while. AI has only made it better. It makes it more powerful. It does a lot more things than what we used to just do with things like Zapier and stuff like that. So, and another thing you might be able to benefit from, and I'm going to add that to this next item on the list, number 6, therapists, counselors, life coaches. 2 things. You can automate your appointment booking, right? And you can do that with a voice agent. So you probably might be using Calendly or something like that. And yeah, it's easy to drop a link on your website or embed, the booking link. But how do you integrate that perhaps with your email marketing or your SMS marketing, or even better yet, if you build an AI voice agent that works as your receptionist that's answering phone calls, it can field new customers while you're busy in an appointment, right? That's the thing, right? Let's say you're in an appointment. Let's say you're an independent counselor. You don't have a receptionist, right? Not only will the AI voice agent be able to answer the call even while you're busy, it will be able to answer questions, because we can train it to do that, and then it can integrate into your Calendly. It can integrate into your booking system and add these appointments to your calendar for you. So now you're just, you get through one session, you make your notes, and you just pivot to your calendar, and you're ready to go with the next one. So all very powerful tools, all stuff we can build together. Again, if you're interested, I'm your marketing guy. click the link in the description if you want to work together. So number 7, vintage shops, boutique, and retail, similar to what I just saw over there in North Park, right? Again, that's the charm and the quaintness of a neighborhood like this. You've got one-off shops, right? And I've noticed the foot traffic is a little bit less right now compared to North Park for this time of day. So that's where your relationship management, building that relationship with customers, getting that repeat business is crucial. And something maybe I'll drop in here as well is that maybe you want to grow and expand and offer an e-commerce component, right? So that's something else I can help you build out, and we can solve together. Is how do you expand your business, expand your sales, grow your business by adding that e-commerce component? And again, you want it to play nice with your existing tools, your email marketing, your SMS marketing, whatever you have. So integrations. Okay, number 8, hair shops and hair salons. Okay, so this would be, where people come to you. And again, it's that relationship management, it's that booking automation, it's that follow-up that sends that request for review, because, you're not Supercuts, right? You're going to be living or dying on your reputation. So that's what it's called. It's called reputation management. And the more we can automate, the more likelihood you can get positive reviews from your existing customers. I'll tell you one benefit of getting a negative review. It keeps you on your toes as far as making sure you're delivering and meeting customer satisfaction, because you may not realize you're falling short of service goals or expectations because your customers may be too nice to tell you. But if you wonder why people don't come back, that could be one reason. And so bad reviews are a great way for you to build rapport ahead of time. And I can tell you from experience, I've had bad reviews reversed by amazing outreach afterwards. So don't think you can't get a bad review reversed. And then of course, if they don't want to reverse it, you combat them with just an onslaught of positive reviews. And again, you're not going to be able to, but you want to leverage your customer relationship management by building that connection with your clientele through email and through SMS. So you can, in case of an emergency, shoot that outbound link to a large list of previous customers who would be willing to give you a nice review. Okay, tattoo studios, again, very similar. You're going to be relying on not just being able to be found by local searches, but you're going to be heavily reliant upon positive reviews. And again, like I said, these things are going to apply to most, if not all, of these services on the list, all these service-based businesses on the list for this local area, University Heights. Pretty cool, man. Gotta love the sign. Spa services. Okay, great. Another local business. Facials, skincare, brow/lashes. You want to stay booked. You got to keep the customers coming in, right? Nice. You want to keep building that relationship, so that way people keep coming back. You're going to be heavily reliant upon repeat business with something like that. Same thing with chiropractors, acupuncturists, body work. That's number 11 on the list here. It's about that customer relationship experience, and the more we can automate, the more you can focus on other important tasks, managing and running your business. Art studios, micro galleries, creative spaces. Again, I went through this in North Park area. Building that clientele list of collectors and buyers for your art studio is huge, because that's kind of like the name of the game, right? So building that customer relationship is important. Letting people know who's coming, who you're featuring in the next coming weeks or months can go a long way to make sure you keep that traffic coming in, to build that anticipation for when you have a new showing. And micro galleries and creative spaces, like that sounds more like a high ticket item, in the sense that it's almost like a real estate component. You're looking for people that can pay $500, $600, $1,000. I'm not sure what the rent is here, but essentially that's what it is, right? You've got to find people who want to rent your studio. So that's where maybe your website SEO is going to be just as important as like your location-based SEO. You want to make sure you're ranking for certain keywords, right? Especially if you're in like a hyper niche category, such as like a creative space where you're taking artists in residence, or you appeal to the artist types and people who are looking to maybe come and work for a month, 2 months, 3 months in the area, know you exist and know you offer that service. So you can build that community, build that relationship. All right, sorry, my phone keeps, shutting off its stuff. I should probably hurry this up. These videos tend to run way longer than I intend. I hope you're getting some value out of it. Bike shops and skate shops. Okay, cool. So this is also a very San Diego thing, depending on your neighborhood. You might be a little bit more reliant upon not just local repeat business and therefore good reviews, but tourists, right? People who are new to the area, they're just visiting the area. Maybe they want to rent a bike and cruise around. Or maybe this isn't rentals, this is sales, right? So you want to let people know who, like the students who just come in and move in. They might need a longboard, they might want a bike, they might need a cruiser, right? Reviews, again, and maybe even building out that e-commerce component so they can shop online, buy online, and come to your store. Maybe you haven't approached that yet or built that out yet because you're not sure how to integrate that with your existing point of sale system or other things. That's where an automation can come in. And of course, let's not forget the reviews and reputation management. Okay, independent fitness trainers. I just worked with someone like this. Your website is huge. It's gonna establish your credibility. It's gonna help you be discoverable, and it's gonna let people book their sessions with you. And again, you could benefit greatly from an automated appointment booking system, because I'm guessing you also give the first session free, right? It's a totally common in the industry, and you want to build that follow-up. So as soon as the session's over, they're getting that email or that text message that's boom, hey, leave a review, or tell us how I did, or hey, purchase your membership plan. Automate that sales process, make it frictionless, increase your revenue, increase your sales, lower your and you might want to reduce your churn rate, right? So the better relationship you build with customers, the less drop-off you'll have, the more retainment you'll have. Okay, up next, specialty food shops, gelatos, bakeries, vegan, gluten-free. Again, this is going to come down to SEO keywords, not just local business searches, right? Not just business directories. And again, I think you could benefit greatly from making sure you get listed on all business directories, not just Google and Yelp. That's a special one-time tool that a lot of local businesses I work with start off with. They see some great benefits from that right away, and then they kind of reach back out to me and expand on that. And again, I'm more interested in tools that you pay a one-time fee for, get it over with. Don't be locked into like $99 a month, dude, because that adds up, and that's just for one tool. And then when you quit, what happens to your data? It's gone, right? So I really try to figure out ways to get around those monthly recurring costs, or eliminate them, reduce them, and only go with what's essential. Okay, number 16, auto repair shops, smog, brakes, oil change. Again, I've said this in past videos. This is where you will benefit greatly from being not just on Google and Yelp, but dialed in those business directories embedded within the auto navigation systems, within the TomToms, right? Within the Garmins, within the proprietary systems that Toyota or Chevy or whoever is offering. And again, you'll also benefit from a customer relationship management where you can send out coupons. Hey, next oil change, save $20. Dude, I knew Valvoline does it. If big companies like Valvoline do it, and you've got a small shop somewhere here, and you're an owner-operator, you got to be doing stuff like that just to compete with Valvoline, right? So, and people like to know they're supporting local businesses. They'll pay a little bit more to support a local business, especially if you have a really dialed in relationship building automation for them. So number 17, house cleaners and maid services. Again, booking, reviews, automating that, it's going to help you out. Real estate agents, another common theme. The real estate agent, anywhere you go, these probably are going to be your top 10 or 20 service businesses. They're going to benefit from having a marketing guy like me come in and get you dialed up, tuned in, and competitive. You got to compete, right? And again, I'm really just trying to reach out to the one or two business owners in these categories that want that little bit of edge. I'm not here to work for every, small business guy in University Heights. Just the smart ones, just the ones that know they need to do something and they need a little bit of help and they're not afraid to reach out. Okay, number 19, childcare, preschools, and kid programs. Reviews. Also SEO, right? Your website. This is where, again, you're not just going to benefit from having a solid SEO in the local search on the maps, right? Because it's going to be proximity based, but the reviews, right? I mean, if you've got solid reviews, chances are you'll pull people in from other neighborhoods, right? And the way they can find you and differentiate you is through reviews. I can also help you rank in other geographic areas outside of your immediate service area, or I can help you rank in an expanded service area as well. So listen, the sun's going down. I don't want to stay too long here. I really appreciate you guys sticking out through the end here. Number 20, independent artists, makers, and creative entrepreneurs. Love it. That's me. I'm a creative entrepreneur. Look at what I'm doing, right? I'm out here filming, making content, offering my services. But for someone like you, you might, again, benefit greatly from productizing your inventory of art. Maybe going e-commerce could work well for you. Maybe you've already tried to go e-commerce, had some difficulties, and you need some help. I can help you with that for sure, guys. My name's Chris. I'm your marketing guy. I help do local SEO for small businesses, and I can help you get you discovered, get you ranked. The sun's kind of going down. I'm running out of tape. I really appreciate you. University Heights, charming neighborhood. We'll see you next time. Thanks. Oh, and by the way, if you're in University Heights and you're seeing this video, then I've done my job well. Take care.